Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to Let's Play Skyrim. We're freezing our tits off on a beach. The reason is because previously we finally escorted Serana to her home. In reward...
Hey, by the way, if someone asks, don't tell them we're any companions, alright? I get embarrassed.
Maybe you should change your bloody clothes then. As a reward, we were offered to become, we were offered the quote-unquote gift of vampirism, and I quite rightly told Mr. Harkon where he could stick his gift of vampirism.
One time I got so hungry, I just started eating bees. It was surprisingly tasty.
And he obviously he didn't really like that quite so much, and yeah, here we are out here. He just sort of unceremoniously kicked me out of his castle, and he didn't even let you two in. I mean, so yeah. And turns out Serana had an Elder Scroll with it the whole time. That scroll, I didn't know what that scroll was. Yeah, that was an Elder Scroll, so that's probably not good. And now we're going to go back to Isran and inform him of this particular little fuck up we seem to have gotten ourselves into. So yeah, Roderick, you not going to bring a horse? Whatever, man. You can walk if you like. So yeah, that's that didn't go quite as I sort of planned it to. More bristlebacks outside of Solstheim. I don't know. Bloody mod. I told it. I don't know how many times I've told it not, in the options not to spawn. Oh look, it's the Fisher Price gang. How many times I've told it not to spawn sort of Solstheim creatures outside of Solstheim, but it still bloody does it. I haven't run into any reclings, but yeah, no, that's kind of annoying. Never mind. What can you do, I suppose? So yeah, at the minute the plan is to get our asses back to Solitude. We didn't actually come this way originally, we came by boat. Oops. Right, Hawkers, are you gonna... We're just passing through here. Please don't get shirty with us. You will lose. Huh. Have I been in there on... Well, obviously not, because I just discovered it. Yeah, we're gonna get back to Solitude before we freeze to death. And then I'm gonna get the carriage over to Riften, because sod walking all the way, or even riding all the way from Solitude to Riften, no. I'm sorry, but no, that is not happening. So yeah, I think, why do I feel like we have to follow this path here? I could be completely wrong, but I think this is the way we want to go. Uh-oh. It's one of those bugged creatures from when I reinstalled Immersive Creatures. Yeah, we'll just ignore that. Yeah, when I had a bit of an issue with Immersive Creatures basically at one point, and I'm pretty sure we're going the wrong way here. Yeah, we're totally going the wrong way. Mind you, we're really far away from Solitude, like, at the minute, to be honest. We'd be better off trying to get up here to Fort Hragstad, warming up, and then carrying on to Solitude. I think we'll do that. Yeah, but basically the reason the game was always crashing for, a number of chapters was because Immersive Creatures was being weird, and I had to reinstall it to get it to work properly eventually, and I did.
Another filthy cave, always so dark.
But the side effect is there's a bunch of creatures wandering around in standard T poses, like that,
Okay, decision.
with no animations.
You have to make love with either a hag raven or a mama bear. Personally, I would choose bear. I like a little cushion.
Remind me why we're bringing you along again, Roderick. Okay, random bloodstains, very good. More bloodstains, okay. And more. Alright, well, interesting. Why did it suddenly get so dim and dark? What's all that about? Whatever. I'm still getting werewolf heart-consumed messages appearing. I don't know what that's about. Bloody Moonlight Tales being glitchy as usual. Never mind. If you ever intend on becoming a werewolf and then not staying as a werewolf, I'm hesitant to really recommend Moonlight Tales. I think it's probably caused me more problems than it was worth, even. Words, Dave. You've got to choose the correct ones. That's how this works. You are freezing. Yep. Come on. I'm amazed that Roderick's been keeping up with this, to be honest with you. Yes, still in friendly hands, I remembered correctly. Alright, let's go sit by the forge for a bit. Hello, troops. Hello, how are you doing? I know that the whole Civil War thing is sort of grinding to a halt a bit. We probably should, at some point, go and meet up with the troops in Winterhold, I suppose, and help them take that. It's the last one there is, isn't it, before Windhelm itself, I think. Stormcloaks are pretty screwed.
So, why'd you join up with the Legion?
My father was Legionnaire, and his before him. I guess I never considered doing anything else.
Same here.
What are your thoughts on all this?
My father was Legionnaire, and his before
Alright,
him.
we got the message, mate.
I never considered doing anything else.
Yeah, I never considered doing anything else, and yet here I am. Wandering around with these two. Shooting fire out of my mouth. Can you imagine if I shot fire out of my arse instead? That would probably be more impressive. Just a random thought. I think you're having a bad influence on me, Roderick. If I'm being completely honest. But hey-oh. In his own weird way, he does at least try and keep morale up. Oh my god, he's quite the runner, isn't he? I mean, Jesus Christ. We're going at quite a clip right now, and he's keeping up. Seems to have an aversion to horses. Guess that's his own lookout. Oh, it's that grumpy woman with the dog.
Stupid dog.
Yep. Thought as much. Still going the right way? No! No, we're not! Ah! Right, let's use this path here. It looks a bit foreboding and grim, but we'll use it anyway. What could possibly go wrong with this shortcut? Oh, I remember this place. Or do I? That wall is still chanting at me as if I've not visited it before. Interesting. Could have sworn I already had that shout, but never mind. Maybe I did and I just got another word of it. Elemental yeah, I did just get another word of it, fine. Well, I've got 10 dragon souls to spare, I suppose it wouldn't hurt. Oh yeah, and there's this one. Of course I can't use it because I have an enchanted weapon, which is just bloody frustrating, to be honest with you. I suspect that isn't even a balance issue. I think that's like a sort of a... Like, Bethesda couldn't figure out how to code it so that you could have an enchanted weapon and use that shout at the same time. Because probably when you use the shout, it applies a temporary enchantment to your weapon. Or something, so... That's why it doesn't work with already enchanted weapons. If I had to guess. Either way, it kind of sucks. It would otherwise be a really, really cool shout, but I think most people just don't bother with it because everyone uses enchanted weapons. Also, that's quite a nice view over there. Those mountains with the mist and stuff. Yeah, Skyrim still got it, you know. Throw a few mods in there and stuff, but... Hello, Captain Fisher-Price. You aren't attacking them, Roderick? My god, he's showing a remarkable self-restraint today. I don't know about that, actually. He's just catching up now. I don't believe he's holding a weapon, though.
You know, if you've got a spare torch, I'll be happy to burn down the radiant raiment, preferably with those two bitches inside.
Be my guest. Just don't let it get back to me. What the? Oh yeah, I forgot about that little disco light show that seems to happen down here every time you walk down this path.
Let's go to the Bard's College. I always want to make love to a woman while she plays a lute.
Nope. Sorry, Roderick. We're jumping on a cart, mate. Or are we? 4 PM. Should we just go and rest in an inn? I don't want to get to... See, the thing is, well, either we go now, end up in Riften in the dark, and have to stay in the B&B, which is just awful.
You know, if you've got
Or
the
we
spare
can stay
torch, I'll be
here
happy to burn down
at the Winking
radiant
Skeever
raiment,
now.
preferably with those two bitches inside.
And, you know, then we can go to Riften during the daytime. I think that's what I'm going to do. I mean, if I have to choose. What am I talking about? I have a house! It's down here! Gee, I'm still getting used to this whole having a home thing that isn't your Vasca. I'm sorry. I kind of like the Winking Skeever, though, I'm going to be honest. But yeah, I have a house. What the hell am I doing? The view's much better out the window from my house, anyway. Really am just a wandering vagrant, aren't I? So as all of us adventurers are. I mean, it's kind of a... It amazes me that the government doesn't try and charge tax on us, you know, adventurer tax. You think of all the loot that we get, and all the money we make and stuff like that, you know, if they were smart, they'd start levying taxes on us. You'd have to have a license, you know. Sorry, sir, we're going to have to send you to jail for unlicensed adventuring. Walk out of a cave after killing a bunch of goblins. Excuse me, sir, can I see your permit? Oh dear. Don't know if I had any diseases, but I sure as hell don't now. Is our ghost hanging around here somewhere? Doing the housework? Oh, I don't see him anywhere. It's a nice place, this. It's definitely a nice place. I'm quite pleased with it. Shame we can't do anything with this workbench, but whatever. Oops. I like all the paintings. It reminds me of Cyrodiil. Lots of sort of landscapes paintings, like you've 10 a penny whenever you walk around Cyrodiil into people's houses and stuff, so... Yeah, quite pleased with it, quite pleased with it. Oh, great, yeah, more Dragon Priest busts, great. I think we're ever going to get all of those. Anyway. Can I read that? No. Well, the letter on the table, I was just saying, can I read it? Painting of a Talos statue. How ironic. What books do we have here? Third Era Timeline. Yeah, we know all this stuff already. The Oblivion Crisis. Could they really not think of a better name for it than Oblivion Crisis? It makes it sound like some sort of economic event, like, oh, we sold too many Oblivions and flooded the market and it led to a depression or something. The Oblivion Crisis. It just sounds so bloody mundane. Alright, well, it's 4 PM. I'm not going to count this as having slept for like 12 or 13, 14, 15, 16 hours, but, you know, we'll call it having just loafed around the house and rested and put our feet up and stuff. Roderick can go off into the study and fart for a bit, and I'll read a book or something, I don't know. So let's see, probably something like that. That'll do. Really early start, just so we've got enough daylight at the other end of Skyrim by the time we get there. What are you two doing? You know what I don't want to know? I actually don't want to know. Well, there's your loot, Roderick, if you're interested. More books with illegible writing. That is really cool, though. I mean, if these are unique assets that the mod maker created with this house, this is all very impressive. You know, I had a look at a bunch of house mods actually when I was thinking of getting something for this for this series, and you know, there are a bunch of good ones around, but I'll grab that and give it to Rhea next time I see her. But you know, this is the only one that really kind of struck me as being particularly good. The fun little quest that you was involved in getting it as well was a nice touch. So. I mean, all the other stuff was just sort of a bit OTT, you know? Right, yeah, it's still dark, but that's okay. Well, either too over the top, or too inconveniently placed, or too sort of well, stormcloaky, for want of a better word. Or too evil wizardy. Mind you, it's been ages since I checked. There's probably a bunch of new ones out there. They're pretty good, but it's by the by now. Got a house, don't need another one. Alright. Any minute now. There we go, yep.
Where do you want to go?
I don't want to go to Riften, but I have to. So.
You'll want to watch yourself in Riften. A lot of ways to get yourself in trouble in that town.
Tell me about it, mate. Preaching to the choir. If only you knew. 7 PM already, really. Blimey. And it's raining, of course it is. Well. Let's... Oh, crap, I have, like, no food. I thought I heard for just a second there.
I wonder if Maven Blackbriar would be attracted to a slightly younger man. Yes, I would be younger.
I would pay to watch you try. I knew it! I thought I heard something. Right then, better go deal with this idiot. Hello, chum. Big, scaly-winged monstrosity. You picked the wrong town to fuck with today, didn't you? Oh, dear. Oh, damn it. Missed. Right, just hold still. And go! Oh, flaming meteors, is it? Oh, look at me. I'm so scared. I'm so terrified of your flaming meteors from the sky.
Is there something in the water that makes the wolves here crazy? It's like they have a suicidal bloodlust.
An accurate observation, if a little untimely. Yeah, well, you know what? Congratulations, Dragon, you just won a Darwin Award. Okay, anything worth having? Take the gold, I suppose. The locals, you know, you're welcome to the rest. Let's throw a bit of extra cash into the local economy. You know, you can dismantle the skeleton and sell it if you want. I've got no use for it, so...
One of my companions was a legless whore. I'd on my back, and she would throw rocks. She took an arrow, so I had to dump her in the ocean.
Yeah, you told me this story already. Okay, this is horrifying weather, but I'd rather stay in Fort Dawnguard than I would here, to be honest with you, in spite of the bollocking I'm about to receive after I arrive there. So let's just go. I apologise if the video looks like garbage now on account of all the rain and darkness and everything, but not much I can do about that, I'm afraid.
I don't understand how such a beautiful city, set in the Rift, can attract such terrible human beings.
Your guess is as good as mine, Roderick, on that count. I have occasionally asked myself the same question.
By Arce's asshole, I could use a beer.
Yep, soon, mate. So I think they have beer in Fort Dawnguard. If they don't, then, my god. That needs to be fixed. Oh no, we do, except it's all in the torture room, although something tells me you'll probably be okay with that, Roderick. Who have we got here?
You're not going to be one of those strange types that starts picking on the plants, are you?
Roderick, stay. 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 Good boy. Right. Should be just down
yes,
here.
My sword is primed for combat.
Oh, those wolves you were mentioning, yeah. Apparently my right mouse button even isn't working. Right, it's so flipping confusing the way that...
Companion, sometimes when I sit in the river rapids, and like on my stomach, I get excited. Oh, it feels good. But it's just me? Oh, okay, sorry.
Okay, anyway, moving on. Yeah, it's crazy how the mouse buttons are reversed for which side of the horse you want to attack on. It always messes with my head. I'm pretty sure it's the correct way around if you're using a controller with the triggers, from what I remember, because I played Skyrim with a controller for quite a while, actually, especially back when, you know, back before you had SkyUI and stuff. It was actually a little bit more intuitive. Same went for, you know, dual wielding, so...
I'm very glad that you don't sing. I think singers should have their throats cut. Except for that pretty one in Solitude. Oh, she's beautiful.
Come to mention it, having a thumbstick also solved a lot of the weird, awkward problems when you're following an NPC who's walking, but on the PC version is walking slightly too slow, or slightly too fast for you to walk alongside them.
I dream of you.
When you have analog thumbsticks, that's not really a problem anymore. Also made the lockpicking a bit less stressful, to be honest with you, as well, because you could very gently just push the pick around as opposed to mashing it with the A and D
don't
keys.
Tell them we're any companions, alright? I get embarrassed.
Cannot see a fucking thing. I think that's Fort Dawnguard. Yeah, it is. No, I thought it might have just been the moon, but it is.
Gods, I'm hungry. You know, there is never enough salt. I'm always wanting to cook stuff, and I need the damn salt.
Well, you will be pleased to know I think we have an abundance of fish barrels sort of full of salt, actually, in the kitchen here, if memory serves. For me, it's butter. I can never find butter. I always have too many crab legs, and I can't find any butter to cook them with, so you end up running around with sort of raw crab's legs in your backpack for a month. I think eventually I just threw them away, and then I found some butter immediately afterwards. Oh, we can warm up inside. Oh god. This can't be good.
Oh yes, my sword is primed for combat.
More idiots queuing even up for a Darwin Award, apparently. That's one sick magical ability there, his run. Wish I could do that. Whatever that is. Oh god, what have I done? I just took everything, didn't I? I just took absolutely everything for... Oh my god. I don't even know what he was carrying. Unless... No, okay, no, I just changed the category of stuff he was... Oh, thank god for that. Whew. Wicked Scimitar. Okay. Wasn't there another one? No? Yes? No? Can't remember? Oh well, never mind.
Look at this. I should have known it was only a matter of time before they found us. It's the
Well, you're not
price we pay
exactly...
for early recruiting. We'll have to step up our defenses.
Well, yeah, I was going to say, man, you weren't exactly making a secret of the location of this place. I have news, but wouldn't call it good.
Of course. Why did I suppose differently? Fine. Tell me what you know.
The woman was a vampire, which you already knew anyway, and they wanted her back.
And so we've delivered her right to them.
Dude!
They should have kept her here until we were certain.
Do you have no appreciation for dramatic timing or anything? Jesus, I apologize for my companions. They also have an Elder Scroll, though, by the way.
They what? And you
I
didn't
know.
stop them? You didn't secure the scroll.
I didn't know it was an Elder Scroll until it was too late. There were... well... I never really got the chance. Yeah, no, he just sort of magicked me out of his castle and wouldn't let me back in.
I suppose you're lucky you're not dead. Or worse, one of them. By the Divines. This couldn't get much worse. This is more than you and I can handle.
Have you ever made love to a deaf Argonian? Let me tell you, the hissing is out of control, friend.
Sorry about this. We have to do something.
Well, of course we do. I'm old, not stupid. We're just going to need some help. If they're bold enough to attack us here, then this may be bigger than I thought. I have good men here, but there are people I've met and worked with over the years. We need their skills, their talents, if we're going to survive this. If you can find them, we might have a chance.
Where can I find the people we need?
Right to the point, aren't you? I like that. Not like those fools in the Order. We should keep it small. Too many people and we'll draw unwanted attention to ourselves. I think we'll want Serene Gerard. Breton girl, whip smart and good with tinkering. Fascination with the Dwemer. Weapons in particular. Last I knew, she was out in the Reach. Convinced she was about to find the biggest dwarven ruins yet.
She'll help us?
Might need a little convincing, but she should. You'll also want to find Gunmar. Big brute of a Nord. Hates vampires almost as much as I do. Got it into his head years back that his experience with animals would help. Trolls in particular, from what I hear. Last I knew he was out scouring Skyrim for more beasts to tame. Bring the two of them back here, and we can get started on coming up with a plan.
Any advice?
There's only one thing worth remembering. When it comes to vampires, if you're sloppy or careless, you're dead. And good people will die because of you. I've lasted this long because I don't take chances. I cover my tracks and I keep my eyes open. If you're smart, you'll do the same.
Well, it's funny you should say that, because honestly, sloppy and careless are two words I'd probably use to describe the vampires more than anything else, but okay. What is the Dawnguard exactly? Other than a gang of vampire hunters living in an old fort.
We hunt down and kill vampires. Haven't you been paying attention?
I thought there was more to it than that.
The Dawnguard kept all of Skyrim safe from those blood-sucking scum. Then people stopped taking the threat seriously. The Dawnguard was disbanded, and the vampires came creeping back. Now I'm trying to re-establish the Dawnguard. Take the fight to the vampires for a change. I hope it isn't too late.
What is this place?
This is Fort Dawnguard. Originally owned by the Jarl of Riften back in the Second Era. It was a bit of a black mark on the Hold's history. I'm trying to put it to good use.
What do you have against the Vigilants?
Isn't it obvious? They're soft, the lot of them. Totally unprepared for any real threat. And yet I was the one ridiculed for trying to be ready for anything. Too extreme, they called me. Well, that doesn't seem to have worked out in their favor now, has it?
Where did the Dawnguard even come from?
Vampires need to be dealt with. Hunted, rooted out, destroyed. Once there was a group dedicated to a similar cause. They called themselves the Dawnguard. That was a long time ago, but the idea was and is a good one. That's why I'm bringing it back. This latest attack proves it's the right time.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, you on the one hand, the vampires definitely are a threat. On the other hand...
Keep your eyes open.
I can't help but feel like we've just joined a gang of paramilitary nutjobs. But, I guess we're not really in a position to talk, are we? Now I think about it, guys. Dear God.